He's Nick, I'm Matt, and we're insufficient.
And that's Phil Collins.
Really? You swap that out to put a Phil Collins record?
Dude, I got a thing for Phil Collins. Not like that.
Do you also have a thing for Peter Gabriel? Because they're like one and the same.
I do really. The first kiss I ever had was to Peter Gabriel. So, yeah.
What song? In Your Eyes?
Yeah, of course. Duh.
I like the verses in that song. I like the melody.
It's a good song.
I love the melody.
I hate that our music just cuts out. It's like when you're in a restaurant and you're screaming and then everybody stops talking and you're the only person screaming in the room.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is. Jesus.
Look, I'm drinking.
Yeah, but you're drinking what? Water?
It's piss.
By the way, our listener that doesn't like it when I have ice is not going to be happy. I have ice today.
Ooh, iced tea.
But I'm going to try not to drink it. Okay?
No.
To the 970, I'm not doing it.
Oh, it's 970?
Yes.
DE 970.
It's the 970. It's funny. Out of all the messages, that one has stuck with me the most.
On YouTube?
Because they're like, dude, fucking cut it with the ice.
He's a big fan, though. He's always commenting.
Well, you know the guy?
He's on YouTube, right?
I don't know.
Did you see it
on
YouTube?
The text number is 970.
Oh, it was a text. No, then I know.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Hey, listen, it's Worldwide Wednesday. I
love
World.
Beep, 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 beep.
And brought to you by the hit it. Come on.
What am I hitting?
You know, anything that's brought to you by anything. Oh, today's Worldwide Wednesday here at Insufficient, brought to you by Tampex.
Tampex? That's like a cross between what? No. All right, this segment's over.
Yeah, that wasn't very good.
I liked it. Okay, so today, Worldwide Wednesday, everybody's got a lot of thoughts on the Hollywood Bowl shows. Matt and I did yesterday's, which was night 1. Tonight, we're going to do night 2.
Yes.
And then on this day in Phish, we're going to go all the way back in time to night 3. We're super excited.
Big Money and Lisa is back from tour, which she loved. And we've got some insights on her shows for this week, so we're gonna have to pick out for Big Money Friday. We're gonna have to pick out.
I thought you were saying she was coming on for Big Money Friday.
Oh no!
Way to let me down.
I don't want
to.
I don't want to bother her too much.
I'm gonna call you Buttercup.
Yeah, you should. Instead of Butterfinger trays,
just to let me down.
Butterfinger tray.
Butterfinger trays. All right, night 2, song 1.
No.
Oh, no,
we're not doing that first. I thought we were gonna do Worldwide Wednesday first.
Oh, you've got Worldwide Wednesday stuff.
Yes, it has to do with the Hollywood Bowl. Hollywood Bowl is not holding up to the rest of spring tour. That was the take. I know it's a tough
Whose take. Your take?
It was my take.
Yeah, that was your take. And I agree. Compared to the other shows, it wasn't. And we've actually done a lot of offline talking about why we think that was the case.
And we're gonna go into it.
Okay.
So main themes from this is, we got some mixed reviews on this, obviously, Hollywood Bowl shows. Many fans agree that the Hollywood Bowl shows lacked energy or connection, which we talked about.
So for me, you're right. It's the word connection. The band seemed
Why didn't they play that song to open up? When I see the connection.
What about crowd control? That song
is crowd control. That's crowd control.
Well, then why didn't they play that song?
I know. They should have. They should have controlled the crowd.
It's so funny.
Listen, I don't blame them. I honestly do not blame them.
Give the take so that I can jump in because I'm like champing at the bit over here.
Chomping. And and so basically what we've talked about, and we've been talking about it for days for these shows, because we didn't understand what was going on. The tour opened, obviously I'm not counting night 1 of the tour.
Night 1 is always a mulligan. Always.
Yeah, but they still played well. It just was not good on paper. And then you're looking at the rest of the tour and like, oh my God, we're like thinking like, oh shit, this is top tier shit. This is top tier shit.
It was the dank.
Talk about hosing people's faces. And so, we're talking about this, and then Hollywood Bowl comes. And it just first night, all recaps and repeats. And
You
we're like,
enjoy my
what's
repeats.
what's going? That's a great shirt. That's a great shirt.
I love it.
Um, and so, we talked about, we were trying to figure what is going on. They just seem disconnected. It's just not jiving the way the rest of the tour went. And it just doesn't make any sense. And the more I talked about it, the more feelers I put out, including this question. Am I boring you?
No. It's really windy here today.
Are you
and
scared?
So when I look out my window, no, I can watch the trees move. I like doing that.
Okay.
It's a hobby.
I like looking at the trees move instead of birds. Becoming an old man, dude.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, exactly. I digress. So, anyways, we talked about this, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And you and I talked about this, and then getting feedback from people and people in the crowd. Apparently, the crowd was just like a bunch of posers and not real Phish fans, and everybody was on their phone. And then you made the connection. You're like, I've seen more clips at the Hollywood Bowl than I've ever seen at any fucking Phish show for any Phish show. And it was 100% true, because you're getting these Coachella people that all they do is go so they can say they went. I'm sure there were some serious Phish fans there, but I think the majority of people were bullshit. And they just wanted to be like, oh, I saw Phish at the Hollywood Bowl and I captured it, and now I'm going to post it and get insights. And you know what? And I know Phish saw it, and apparently nobody did clapping in Stash.
No, I noticed that on the sound.
Nobody clapped. Somebody had the balls to say, well, the people didn't howl during the howling. I was like, that's fucking fine.
No, that's not okay with me.
That's fine.
As somebody who loved the howling.
Did
they woo during Twist though?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So what I heard from a couple people was it took until most of the way through set one every single night for the crowd to actually get there. So they
to
show
even
up late.
Arrive.
Right. They're on their phones the whole time. Like
the whole time.
You can see the way that venue works.
Yeah, they can
even
see
when you're
all
on stage, you can see everything.
And you mentioned you're like, they could see the crowd. And I was like, okay, but what are they seeing in the crowd that's bothering them? And what's bothering them is people. Yeah, nice.
9.
Yeah, 9 for this one.
9.
Yeah. Multiple people cited crowd disengagement as a major factor.
I think Phish was bored playing in front of this crowd.
Yeah, they hated it. Other people mentioned the band just didn't vibe with the venue. Repeat songs and critiques, a lot of chatter about too many repeats and short tour. That came up a lot. I would say
I think that's a little spoiled rotten. That was kind of our take on yesterday, but come on,
it's
Jesus
not
Christ.
Spoiled rotten. I think that
it is.
No,
8 shows. And
listen,
8 shows, and they maybe played the same song, say 12 songs twice.
The first fucking show at the Hollywood Bowl, almost all the whole show was a repeat.
Yeah, 12 out of 14.
Not acceptable. So, and that's the thing. It's like us as Phish fans expect that we're not going to get repeats. So when we get that much repeats in such a short gap, we're not happy about it.
I would have loved it had they opened with 46 Days and then replayed the entire concert that they did like 6 nights
that's
before.
That's cool, because then they're totally fucking with you.
Right. And that's never happened before.
It's never happened before. Well, unless it was in 92. I've made that connection.
No, I don't think they've ever played the exact same set list twice.
Honestly, I think you could, if you went back to early 90s, you probably could find some.
If it's true, Phish, Trey, I know you know. Have you ever played it twice? If not, do it once. I think that would be amazing.
Great question. Yeah. Have they ever played the same show in a row? Or at least twice?
Are you fucking sure?
And are you fucking sure?
Yeah.
So reactions range from disappointment and confusion about song choice. Some fans felt new songs like The Howling and 555 did not land. West Coast versus Pacific Northwest, Seattle and Portland shows were frequently praised as highlights, as we talked about. Fans seem to draw a clear line between the energy of the North versus the off feel in LA. And I sent you a clip from Charlie XCX, and she's yelling at the LA audience.
Dude, that was awesome. That made my day. So just before we go too deep, to everybody who's really pissed, 46 Days, these are the repeats: Chalk Dust Torture, Wolfman's, Harry Hood, What's Going Through Your Mind, Light, and Possum, and even Ghost. Those are great songs for repeats. It's don't get too angry. It's
Okay,
not like they
but if
played
you
Farmhouse every night.
if you repeated it and then your second go was worse than your first go,
Ooh, what if they repeated Farmhouse and Heavy Things every night?
somebody's happy out there.
Dude, Heavy Things is, you know what? I hate that song. I don't feel that way about any Phish song. I really don't like Heavy Things.
I like Heavy Things.
You do?
I do. Always have.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just got a great fucking poppy
Dude,
vibe. Always liked it.
It's like Numberline.
No, it's way better than Numberline.
Numberline's
way
awesome.
better than Numberline. I've got a segment in here: fan frustration versus band defense. Some comments called the band out sloppy, cash grab, while others passionately defend them. You walk the line well, calling out bad shows while still supporting the band overall.
Whoever wrote that, thank you.
Yeah.
By the way, we can see our numbers and we're not like being conceited. Thank you to everybody that's new. We love having you here. And thank you to everybody who's old. Dude, we wouldn't be here without you.
There's not as many old people as I thought.
Like, okay.
Yeah, honestly.
All right.
Yeah, it's nice. Very cool. All right. Party on, Wayne.
All right, let's get into this. Jesus, I want to talk about night 2.
No, we can't.
What do you mean we can't?
We're not allowed to talk about night 2.
We have to talk about night 2.
All right, fine. We'll talk about night 2. All right. Let's start this. Set what we're April 26th, 2025.
Hollywood Bowl, Hollywood, California. Set 1, song 1, Runaway Jim.
I had high hopes for this. It was tight. It was fine. Runaway Jim, it didn't hit any peaks that the gyms have before in the past. I love
it wasn't a Worcester gym.
Dude, that's a ridiculous, comparison.
I know. I'm just saying.
There are no Worcester gyms.
I know.
Other than gym. Worcester.
So good.
Just like saying like a Worcester Boogie On.
A Worcester Boogie On is not. All right, fine. Yeah, you're right.
Right,
you're
or
right.
a Worcester Chalk Dust. Or Worcester, a Wickapog. What the fuck?
So this was a tour debut. Don't worry. Last time we heard it was sometime in Mexico. However, the second song, which was Blaze On, was a tour repeat.
God, they did the. And okay, so if you're talking about really sticking it to this crowd because they're pissed, I mean, Blaze On.
You got one life.
I thought they were going to completely ignore the fire references because of what's going on, but you know what? They were so fucking pissed by this time. They're like, okay, fuck them, Blaze On.
So Matt and I had a great segment that we talked ourselves out of doing, which was 10 songs Phish should not play at the Hollywood Bowl. Blaze On made the list.
So did Fuego.
When we get there, we'll tell you why.
Okay. Blaze On.
Yep.
And then here we go with Martian the Monster. I don't get it. So that and the Howling in 555.
No, I love Martian Monster. This one, in and of itself, just didn't have the right amount of energy. I don't know. I feel like what happened was every member of the band got sick at a different time for this tour. And I think it started with Mike. And at this point, I feel like Paige and Trey were probably under the weather. And for whatever reason, Paige was kind of lackluster for most of this run.
It was really crazy. He just was
he's been the best player for a decade.
I know. Going into, when I already mentioned this online, just the sloppiest birds of a feather. I mean,
I'm glad they played it. I like the song.
I love this song. I love this song. And to not get what I love is unbelievable to me. It really upsets me because number one, it's probably one of their easiest songs that they could possibly perform. And
it's an easy song.
They didn't hit it at all. It was fucking bad, dude.
Oh, okay. That's.
Don't you get the next one? You get the next one.
555. I'll take it. It had been a long time. Been about 8 months since they played it. Anytime they play one of Mike's songs makes me happy, particularly in set 1, because it makes me feel like Mike is going to show up for the rest of the show. And by the way, even though I felt like Paige and Trey were a little discombobulated most of the show. I felt like Fishman and Mike hit a groove that they held on to for all of this show and all of the next show, and it made it really fun and interesting. So I'm
Okay.
glad it was a 555. Maybe not the best version of the song, but snaps.
Divided Sky, played really well. They did a good job with this, but I heard there are a lot of chompers during this fucking part.
Okay, let me ask you this. What's a chomper?
Well, so I've heard two different things. It's number one, people that can't shut the fuck up during the song, and then it's people that always sing during the songs. So I
There's
know
no
our
lyrics to Divided Sky.
no, I know. So you get a chomper for that because they're talking during the time, so their mouth is chomping away, right? And then I've heard F Zappa.
I did see that a lot of people were saying chompers everywhere at these shows.
So people just can't shut the fuck up. Can't shut the fuck up and live in the moment, man. They're living through their fucking screen. Bunch of dude.
The only time you should talk to me during a Phish show is either during something that's unbelievable. No, something unbelievable. You can look at me and you can yell, "What the fuck?" Right, and then go back into it.
Which we did in Albany.
In between songs, fine. Get excited for the next song. Set break, great.
Yeah.
Somebody's chomping at me during a show. Oh, dude, I'm turning into Luda real quick.
What's that? What's the Luda?
Throw these bows. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even get my own references.
Yeah, jeez, it's called the chicken wing, bro. You didn't know that?
Ether's Edge.
People said this jam was great.
I liked it. You can go watch this on YouTube, and I recommend that you do. Not you, Matt, but anybody else.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst. No. And then Squirming Coil. A good Squirming Coil. Again, though, Paige didn't really shine in the end. I was fucking, it was weird.
I feel like he pulled the ripcord on me.
He did. Manteca Tease.
That's one that I didn't subscribe to.
I love that you just found out that Manteca was a Dizzy Gillespie song today.
No, I've known that, but I always forget that.
I like it. I love his version.
Yeah, it's great. Phish should play it.
Set one MVPs, apparently Ether's Edge, Divided Sky, and Squirming Coil. That says a lot.
That's your 3-song run?
That's the MVP, yeah.
Okay. 18 minutes this time. It was a long set break.
Yeah, they needed it.
Come back out. Set 2, song 1, AC/DC Bag. I had no problem with this.
Dude,
I
shut
liked
up.
it.
Shut up.
I had
no,
no.
you didn't.
I mean, I had no real problem with this.
No energy, zero energy.
But
not
that's
happy
because the crowd was boring.
Right. Not happy to get the show on the road. They want to get the show over with. Let's get this show over with.
I had a friend. Yeah, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, dude, they should have said instead of let's get this show on the road, let's get this show over with. They should have put that in there and fucking stuck it to those bitches.
Pulled the ripcord.
And then just left. I remember how Trey said, what was it, night 2 of summer tour of this at Great Woods. He said, wouldn't it be funny if we just didn't come on for the encore? You guys always expect it. And then we just were like, all right, guys, have a good night. That's what they should have done here. He's
been talking about doing that forever. He has to do it.
I know he does.
He has to do it.
People would got to do it, buddy. And the perfect time would have been here.
Yeah, agreed. Instead, they got a great encore, by the way. So
let's okay, AC/DC Bag, but the jam sucked, dude.
It was okay.
Life-saving on.
Mike and Fishman were really good in this AC/DC Bag. Life-Saving Gun, one of your favorite songs.
I love this song.
To me, it's a John Lennon tribute, which is weird because the dude was shot.
Life-Saving Gun.
I feel like every now and again, Trey and Tom kind of try to channel Lennon and McCartney. And this is one of those times. Except for, dude, this is a Trey and Page song.
I know. We are temporal silvermen and sulfur vessels. This reminds weird.
Me. This reminds me. So you know how Trey writes primarily with Tom?
Yeah.
And Scott? I was thinking the other day, and I was going to talk about it on tomorrow's show, but I'll do it now. Page should be writing songs with the Dude of Life. The Dude of Life's Crimes of the Mind album is interesting. It's fun. It's got a lot of first-person narration perspective. That's Page's thing. Paige should be collaborating with the Dude of Life, we would get some really interesting lyrics.
You know what I think we should do? Or I think they should do? I think everybody gets a chance to go and write lyrics with Tom at a beach house like Trey does. Like Mike gets his week, Paige gets his week, and then Fishman gets his week, and by the end, Tom's like, I quit.
Yeah, I was going to say.
By the time he gets to Fishman, he's like, I'm done.
Let's rate which week Tom will have the breakdown. And it's week 1, Trey, no breakdown. Week 2, Paige, possibly the breakdown.
No,
Mike,
week two, Paige, he's feeling good.
No,
yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's feeling good.
No, I can feel Paige's eye roll from here sometimes.
Hang on. We got to finish this fucking show.
Okay.
Life Saving Gun. The Howling. We're going to skip over that. Oblivion.
One of Nick's new favorite songs.
I do like Oblivion.
It's a lot of fun. It's got like a small message in it, which is okay. Shout out. Great song.
Run Like an Antelope.
Go listen to the other one if you want to hear a great Run Like the Antelope.
Beneath the Sea of Stars, Part 1. People love this song. I'm still, the jury's out for me.
Spends too much time in first gear for me, but I get it.
Yep. Everything's Right. I'll always take an Everything's Right, but I think they were just trying to convince themselves. This was like,
Yeah,
it's okay. Everything's right, Trey. Everything's right, man.
And what's really interesting is that this evening's show is before they found out that they weren't getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and
we can't get started on that now. It's we're 21 minutes into.
So we're gonna save that for tomorrow's show.
Yeah.
Encore song 1.
Taste.
It was good taste.
It was a good taste.
It was a good taste. It was probably the best song of the evening. They saved it for the encore. About to run a Ghost of the Forest tune. Always excited for me to hear one of those.
Slave to the Traffic Light.
And this slave, Trey was more patient than he was the last time around. Let Paige and Mike kind of build it, and then hopped on, and bam, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, MVP of the night, MVP, Slave to the Traffic Light. That's what is being said.
Or Taste, one or the other.
Taste was really good. I'm not going to read the rating because it's absolute bullshit.
He's Matt. I'm Nick. We are insufficient. Dude, I can't believe we didn't talk about the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
We'll get it next show.
Well, I mean, we're just teasing it now.
Yeah, we're just, there's nothing to tease.
I was so, like, when you sent me that message, I was like,
we might as well talk about it now. Let's talk about it now.
No,
I'm pissed.
Dude, we're going to talk about it tomorrow. But bullshit. I was really pissed.
I'm pissed now.
It wasn't just pissed. It was kind of like heartbroken might be the term.
I was heartbroken for them.
I was heartbroken for me.
That's the selfishness in you.